Okay guys, so before we get into this video, let me just state that this is obviously my opinion, and it's my opinion as a giant fan of Captain Marvel / Ms. Marvel, Carol Danvers. Now, obviously for those of you that don't know, she is my favorite female superhero, and is in my top favorite superheroes of all time. I absolutely love the character. I think there's a lot of great backstory. Now, specifically, why am I making this video and talking about this before I get into the topic? Well, it was revealed that Captain Marvel is going to be receiving a brand new origin for the movie. And a lot of people online are just flipping out over this. And I just want to take a second to say why I think this is a great idea and why I think this is needed. Now, obviously the Marvel Cinematic Universe, at least, is no stranger to changing up origins and how these characters came to be in different ways. They've done this plenty of times, and in the long run, these have actually been adapted or reworked even into the parts of the comics, and no one's really complained about it. Of course, people complain about it like they are right now leading up to it, because that's all you need to do, because we're comic book nerds and you're going to complain about it regardless. Now, one of the interesting things that they say is they want to change it because of the similarities to Green Lantern. Now, obviously, Green Lantern is basic, and most of you should know, but if you don't, there is a Green Lantern out there, you know, Abin Sur, and he ends up defeated and he crash lands on Earth. He decides he needs to find someone that can use this Green Lantern ring and take over for him to protect this Earth sector. So it goes to Hal Jordan, he gets the powers, and now he is the Green Lantern. Well, Captain Marvel is essentially the same. Essentially, there is Captain Marvel, who has his powers, and he is, you know, in this giant war, the Kree and everything, and pretty much the same thing is going to happen. He ends up getting badly injured, and he's going to have to pass along his powers to someone brand new, and it happens to be Carol, who becomes Ms. Marvel. For the purposes of this, obviously she's going to be Captain Marvel right off the bat, and then you start to see the similarities. But here's the problem with me, and here's the problem why I think this is great, and why I can't wait for this. Imagine you open up the movie, and you're telling us, oh, there's this guy, and he's Captain Marvel. Automatically, when you jump to Carol Danvers, when all this happens and she inherits it, she's not her own character anymore. You take that away for her because she's just inheriting his name and his powers. It kind of cheapens the character. And the best way I can equate this to is, imagine if suddenly we have the Hulk, and we know it's Bruce Banner. We know it's Bruce Banner. And suddenly in the next Avengers movie, Infinity War, the Hulk is like, yeah, guys, I can't be the Hulk anymore. I'm going to die. And he, like, touches some random guy, and that random guy just gets the powers of the Hulk. And they're like, ah, here's your new Hulk. Yeah, what do you think? No one's going to like that. That cheapens the new Hulk. That cheapens his effect. It's like the same thing if they would have done that with Captain America. Imagine if for Captain America, the first Avenger, we see that he's not, in fact, the first Avenger, and there was another super soldier that was good, but unfortunately he dies, so they're like, oh, let's do a quick transfusion, and now Steve, you have his powers. Doesn't that ruin Captain America for you? To me, personally, as a giant Captain Marvel fan, I think they have to be careful with how they handle her character. She's going to be Captain Marvel. The company's name is in her name. Do you want to treat her like a second-class character? I definitely don't want to see her treated like that. And since they're going to be skipping over the whole Ms. Marvel name, which I assume, 100% assume, at some point they're going to make a joke about that, and it's going to be like, no, and they're probably going to, you know, do a take on that costume, and it's going to look kind of cool, but we're going to make, that just doesn't work, you know, with that camel toe going on the entire time. But honestly, I really am excited. I think you guys can tell by this video why I think it's going to work out way better that they changed this. So let me know your thoughts down below, guys. Do you think I'm just crazy here, and do you want the, you know, original version, or are you guys welcome to new versions of characters? Because let's not forget, everybody bitched about Ant-Man and how it's Scott Lang and not Hank Pym. And now let's see what happened, because it worked in everybody's favor.